I greet you today, and as we celebrate Mother's Day under the present conditions of COVID-19 shutdown, we are reminded that while many of us can be with our children physically under distancing conditions, there are others who would not be able to be with their children physically, but still be able to see them virtually and be able to communicate with them over the telephone and be able to use the media to communicate with their children. But at the same time, there are hundreds of women, mothers, who are languishing in the prisons of our world. For instance, there are hundreds in Turkey who are separated from their children and who are incarcerated in the prisons there. And we remember them today as we try to celebrate Mother's Day. But in recent years, what we have seen is that Mother's Day has taken on different characteristics. We see that people celebrate Mother's Day, have parties, exchange gifts, and mothers are taken out to dinner, and so on. But the real significance of Mother's Day, the origin of Mother's Day, has long been lost. Actually, the person who started the whole idea of Mother's Day was a person who was, she was concerned about the fact that the world was at war. And she wanted to bring an end, to do something about the war situation. She didn't want her children to be conscripted into the armies, and therefore she decided that it's important to have this day when mothers can come together and protest that wars must stop. And this was the condition under which Mother's Day was first started. Today, as we are, voluntarily isolated on Mother's Day, when we are under the shutdown conditions where our children are not able to visit us, we are not able to go out, we can begin to think not only about the origin of Mother's Day, but again look at what is happening in our world, or what has been happening in our world prior to this COVID-19 pandemic. Even now, there are still countries who, regardless of the fact that there is this pandemic, ignore the pandemic and still continue on their war efforts. They still continue to kill hundreds and thousands of people around the world. So today, let us pray. Let mothers come together and pray. Pray for all those mothers who are in prison, who are separated from their children. All those people who are waging wars. Let us pray that their hearts will be changed, that they will begin to think that there is more meaning to life than going and killing people, that there is a better world that we can create together, and there is a better way of living, a way of living that will not only be appreciated by people in the world, but also be our way towards what God has willed us to do, what God has put us on this earth to achieve. Because we can ask ourselves that question today: what is the purpose of life? Why are we here in this world? What are we supposed to do? Has God put us on this world to kill nature, to kill people, to create havoc in this world? Or has God created us to create peace, to create harmony, to spread love, to take care of nature? I think that is the question that faces mankind today under these present circumstances. And I hope that all of us will begin to think about it and carry out our responsibility so that we can create a better world for the future. So happy Mother's Day, and let us use this Mother's Day to spread this message. Thank you very much.